What's poppin', homies? It's your boy Frank Nitty back in the building. Back in the sneaker room, back bringing you guys a whole new video. Actually, today's video is my best practice, how to Nike outlet. How to get these steals and deals. How to find heat. What do I do before I go to an outlet? How I'm able to cop a lot of dope shoes that you guys see in this video. Now, everything ain't always peaches and cream. I always don't get the best heat. But I increase my chances by following these simple steps. So I'm gonna bring you 5 steps that I do, and I hope this helps you. And by the way, tomorrow, Thursday, February 21st, all the way through Monday, February 25th, is Families and Friends at your local Nike outlet. If you live in the United States, I hope you got the message. I hope you're aware. I hope you on the ground, and I hope you visit your store or your closest Nike outlet store here in the short future. In the next 4 days, visit the Nike outlet. There's going to be some resources where you can get shoes at a dope deal. So without further ado, man, let's get into my 5 best practices. Here's a bonus tip. How many of you guys are Nike Plus members? What is a Nike Plus member? A Nike Plus member is anyone who signed up for a Nike Plus account. You get it by either having a smartphone, whether it's Android or iOS. You can download the app for free and you can sign up for free. All it requires is an email and some other information like address and everything. You don't got to put no credit card down or nothing. There's a few perks with that. Having a Nike Plus membership allows you, if you find a pair of shoes or maybe some clothes in a Nike store, whether it's a clearance store or factory store, that doesn't have your size, but they can find it online, you can order it directly through Nike right there on the spot and get that delivered to your house so you don't have to come back to the store. Another perk is, what I benefit from, is getting those early reserve pairs. There's a lot of times where Nike reserve a pair of shoes for me a day or two before release, and I'm able to purchase them without having to go through the drawing on Saturday or even attempt to wait in line on Saturday to see if I obtain these pairs. There's a quick way to feel confident and secure a pair of shoes that you really are highly after, and that comes on a whim. Obviously, there's no rhyme or reason who they pick and how the people are selected to get early reserve pairs, but you could benefit from that for a pair of shoes that you like. And on top of that, another perk is you get $20 off on your birthday. So make sure you put your correct birthday down so that way you can expect a $20 coupon. If they still do it, I know I benefit from it on your birthday, whenever that is, every year. So now just a quick pro tip about Nike Sneaker Plus app. Now we about to get into these 5 tips. These 5 tips could be so long-winded. I mean, I could sit there and go on, make a video for each possible tips and how each possible tips benefit me. And I have multiple examples how it is. But for content purposes and for viewer enjoyment, I'm gonna lower this down. I'm gonna try to get this video done and wrap. Pro quote tip number 1, call ahead to your Nike outlet stores. Call ahead.
Thank you for calling the Nike factory store.
There's numerous times where I get whim that products in the Nike store that I want. So what I do is I call my local Nike store, because there are 7 in Orlando, and so I don't just aimlessly drive to one. I call out and find out who have what. Example being, now these are the Melo 13s. We all know they're released in the Nike outlet. I got a tip that they're released in St. Augustine. Call my local spot to see if they got it. Do you guys have any more Melo 13s available? None of the spots in Orlando have it. No 6 stores in Orlando, which I did mention there were 7, but at the time there's only 6 and none of them have it. So in time for me to get these early was to drive to St. Augustine. I did, I copped, I benefited from that. However though, imagine if they were locally in Orlando, which is only an hour drive, opposed to driving 2.5 hours to St. Augustine, it benefited me to drive to the closest spot and pick up my pair. Not only can you confirm if it's pairs in that store, you can also confirm your size. What sizes do you have? Do you have my size? If not, you can call other stores to find out which store have your size and potentially drive there and save yourself from aimlessly driving around. The pricing makes a big difference. It doesn't matter if all Nike stores have your product, but if a store 5 minutes down the street or maybe 15 minutes down the street have it for a lot cheaper, it's worth to drive that 15 minutes down the street. Example being those flight posits. They're here for $119, multiple sizes. Riddle me this. That's why I'm coming out with a outlet vlog, some great tips on how to Nike outlet shop. And actually this is one of them. about how prices differs from different outlets. Now, I shot a Nike outlet video, factory store on International Drive. They had the Flight Posits, the Legion Green joints, for about, I want to say, what, 200? I can't remember. Whatever the price is, I put the screen capture here. I drove 15-20 minutes to the other Nike outlet factory store on Vineland. They had the same shoe, and it was hitting for a lot cheaper. I think it was like $119. So now in that instance, if I wanted that shoe, would it make sense to drive to International first or Vineland? I probably drove straight to Vineland and cop it for a lot cheaper. Now I understand Nike does have their reasons on why they price in different areas, but moving on. Tip number 2, and I have done this at every Nike outlet I've been to. Now I made one mistake in my life not doing this, and it cost me, is look behind the counter upon walking in. Doesn't hurt. A quick glance, a quick look, a peek, whatever it takes, just look behind the counter. Usually, they have the signature shoes behind the counter. They're not gonna put it in the aisles because we know some clearance stores, some Nike outlets like to rip the boxes off. So they can usually keep the boxes intact if they have it behind the counter for security purposes and other reasons that be announced to me. I don't know why they do have it other than security purposes, but they have the reasons on why they put those shoes behind the counter. So quick glance behind the counter doesn't hurt anyone to see what's sitting there. Now, this next tip requires you not to be an introvert. You have to be willing to talk to people, communicate with others, ask questions that typically you probably wouldn't in any other stores you visit. Pull an employee to the side, say, hey, do you guys have any returns? Has anyone returned anything that was purchased off the sneaker app that they didn't want? I don't care if the box was damaged. What do you have for returns? And they will willingly, gladly help you out about possible returns. That's another quick tip that a lot of people miss. They go into the Nike outlet, they comb around, they look, they don't see anything they like, and they leave. But there could be some shoes that just got returned, they just never put it on the shelf. So by asking that, and especially if it's your size, you just came up. You're not battling against anyone. You ask a quick question, and next you know, they bring a pair of shoes unique to you as far as your size, and no one else know, and now you have the cash for this cashing out because you took the time to ask. Now that can benefit you. It benefited me. I have several scenarios where, oh, my man got me something. What's up? The Kyrie's. And that happened to me, yes. I bought shoes off the strength. It was so cheap and it was my size, and I have them. I'll link some of these videos, man. I've done a lot of Nike outlet videos. I have left a lot of tips because I have tons of shoes that I benefited from the first tip and the second tip. Pro quote tip number 4. Now this is obvious. You know what I'm saying? We usually go straight to the hash wall. Comb through the hash wall. Smaller sizes to the bigger sizes. It doesn't matter. And here's why. Because if you find a pair of shoes size 8, 10, 14, and none of those are your sizes, why not give it to the employee and say, hey, do you have this in my size? He may say no, but that's all right though. Next, you can then proceed to ask, hey, do you know if any other stores have this shoe in my size? And he can actually look at quantity in other stores. Now, how true that is for every store, I don't know. I can only speak on stuff that I have done personally. Definitely ask them to check your size. If not, ask them to check other stores. And if they confirm it's in other stores, find out the store, call them and see if they have the shoe in hand. Because just because it show up whatever they use doesn't always guarantee that they have it in stock. Sometimes you be in the exact same store and they be like, let me get that in 11, and they was like, all right, cool, look like we got 2 left, and they go in the back room and they can't find it. So to each his own, man. So it's not a guarantee, but it's worth the effort. And finally, the last tip of them all, number 5, is know when your stores have sale. Know when your stores have sales. Obviously, you're watching this because tomorrow is Friends and Family. You would know this if you sign up for the Nike Plus app. Everyone would got an email stating that, hey, Friends and Family starts on the 21st. So that's how you know if your store is coming up with a sale. Now, another attribute of how you would know your store, your local store, is to frequent the store. The more you visit the store, the more you engage with whether the employees, the management, and you have an idea how it works. Example being, on International Drive clearance store, you usually have sales Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now the sales can vary from 20% off footwear, 30% off footwear, or 30% off clothing and not footwear. So it's interchangeable time to time. There's time I go to the clearance store midday in Kissimmee and they got 30% off the whole entire store. So that's something different, and that could be random. And there's no rhyme or reason for that. I'm sure there is. Anyways, know the sales of your local stores. That way you can frequent those stores and save yourself tons of discounts. Man, I hope this video was informative. I want to get this video out tonight. I want to get this video to you guys before you guys go to friends and family. Contact your local stores. I have benefited a lot from doing these same tips, man. If you find this video informative, if I left out some other privileges that we as consumers can benefit from Nike Outlet, feel free to link it down below. Matter of fact, if you guys can comment down below, leave your tips that you do that benefit you, and maybe I can collectively grab each individual person's tips that sounds reasonable and realistic. I can make up a comment myself and just list all those and pin that comment so everybody can read and benefit from them. But anyways, man, good luck tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, Sunday, possibly the last day on Monday when you're outlet shopping, saving y'all 30% off your entire purchase. Take advantage of it. If you haven't, it's probably too late. If you don't have a Nike Plus account, you gotta do it before the sales start. So unfortunately, signing up now is not gonna benefit you, but still sign up so that way you could benefit in the future. Other than that, man, that's all I got. If you're new to this channel and you like these tips, but you also want to see Nike Outlet vlogs, hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well. Leave those comments down below. Leave those tips that I forgot to mention or I'm not previous to. Leave those comments down below. A lot of people read these comments and I want everyone to benefit from these comments and along with this video. Alright? And your boy will get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, you already know my slogan. Good to go. I'm out.
Our store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are located